Hi, I'm going to show you how to monitor a website and send a message if a change happens using this beginner's Get Started template found on our website that can be installed from a click or found in the extension. I'm Alex Barlow, co-founder of Axiom, a no-code tool for automating the browser. Let's dive in. Quickly, before we get going, we do have other Get Started templates that will teach you all the fundamentals of browser automation and increase your skill level. They'll cover things like scraping the web, automating data entry, using conditional jumps, everything you need to know. Look for them on our website on the recipes templates page, and check out our Chrome extension because they will be featured in there as well. Okay, let's just run through this template, show you how to set it up so you can get automating. Okay, so when on the page, or if you found it in the extension, just click install and follow the instructions to get the template imported. Then you're going to need to follow these steps to set it up. So first of all, you're going to need a Google Sheet, so get that set up, because we're going to basically be writing data to compare against it. So we need somewhere to store that data. Where better than a Google Sheet? We don't store it for you because we don't want any of your data. Everything is private. We just keep basic information about runtime, some user details, so we can get in touch with you. Okay, so anyway, let's keep moving on. So when you first install it, you're going to see most of these steps are grayed out. I'm also going to grey out the send email because we don't want to do that yet. Why are they grayed out? Well, because before we use the monitoring functionality of how this bot is set up, we've got to basically scrape our base set of data that we compare against. So to check for changes when we monitor a website, we do one scrape to get the current state of the site, and then we compare another scrape against the current state to see if there's been a change. Okay, so first thing, as I say, we need to do that initial scrape. So we've got a get data step here. All you need to do is put in the URL of the site you want to check. Much like context here, this bot works, just to give you some context, I should say, this bot works best on a page where you've got a listing of content, like you've got multiple product names, or you've got shares, or whatever items. Anyway, I won't get sidetracked by that, but in context it'll work for a page like this, where you'll just use the get data step to enter the URL, you record the URL of the page you want to scrape, then you'll select that data. If you need to use a page, you can. What I do recommend is do a test run first, check the selectors are correct, get a couple of results back. Once that's done, you can then toggle on get all results and build up your base layer of data. Okay, so set up your get data step, just follow the inline instructions, it's pretty clear. Then go to step 5, your spreadsheet. So we're going to write the data to a spreadsheet. So find your spreadsheet, presuming you've already connected to Google Sheets. If not, again, follow the instructions. You can just search for the name here, it will find it. We call the API to see what sheets are available. Select the sheet name, and then when inserting data, for this scrape only, we're going to just plug the scrape data straight into the sheet and write it to there. Make sure you've got toggled on, add to existing data, because we want to be able to write in the new items found later on. Okay, so now you're ready to do your first run, get that base data, click run, get it in the cloud. Once you've got that base data set up, I'll see how many times I say that again. Once you've got it set up and it's in your sheet, then you're ready to move on to the next step of setting this bot up, and that's get the monitoring part done. Let's just walk you through that. It's dead simple. Enable all the steps quickly and then just connect them up. It's like just doing a basic bit of plumbing. Okay, so we're going to presume we've already got the get data step set up, and we're not going to need to change that. We shouldn't have to change that. Now we've got the second Google Sheet step, this read step. Why are we reading data here? We're reading it because we need to fetch the current data set, the previous data set that we scraped, that we've now got stored in a sheet. Select the sheet you set up. Sorry, I shouldn't have closed that. Select the sheet name, and then it's all done. Just collapse that step, move on to the next. Results which do not count. Not count, contains certain words. So basically now we're going to compare the two lists together and see if they match. So how do we do that? We literally pass the Google Sheet data, not the scrape data, because the scrape data is going to be, yes, sorry, I stand corrected here. For the data, we want to pass the new data in the scrape data. So we pass the scrape data because we're going to do a new run. This isn't the previous run. This is the monitoring runs. Then we're going to insert the data from the sheet. This is the previous data that would be stored in the sheet. So now Axiom is going to check the two against each other. If any of them match, they're basically going to be filtered out. We're probably going to want all the terms to match, so the product names match one for one. So if they match one for one, then they'll be filtered out and the new names passed through. If there are none, we're going to want to stop the bot, and that's what we do next, because we've got to continue if condition is met. This step basically will stop the bot dead in its tracks if it doesn't meet the condition, and the condition is that we want new content. So how do we check this condition to see if it's true? Basically, we pass the data in from the matching words, because if there are matching words, it will be passed from that step. And if there are no matching steps, the condition isn't true and the bot will stop. Okay. So we pass the matching words. We're obviously going to check against any letters, any numbers. We'll leave to any. Don't play with these settings. There's no need to do match on boundary, fail if condition not met. Well, you can probably just stop. Tick this box to end the run with the failed status. We don't want to do failed status. Well, we probably do. That's the setting up to you, whether you want fail or success. Okay, so that's that step set up. And so now the bot will basically do, now let me just rewind a second. So we've done our initial scrape of data. We've got our base set in the sheet. Now we're building the bot to basically scrape a new set, read from the sheet the old set, compare the words. If there are new items or lines of data found, the bot will continue. If not, it will stop. Now, if they are found, the bot continues and we write them again to the sheet. So add your sheet name, add the tab. We're going to want to pass the data now from the matching words. Press save and close. Because if it comes straight from the scraper, you're going to get all the data. It won't be filtered. Same from the Google Sheet. If you pass the Google Sheet, you'll get all the data. Filtered data is from the matching word. And remember, if add to existing isn't on, that needs to be on. Otherwise, it'll just keep replacing everything there. It'll just wipe over everything, and you don't want that. Okay. Finally, let's open the last step. And let's send ourselves an email or colleagues an email if new data is found. Simply add your email addresses, separate them by lines, etc. if you want multiple. You can pass emails in from a Google Sheet or another data source if you want. Give yourself a subject, and if you want to insert the data, the new data that's found, you can just plug it in there. And you can also add some text in as well. And that will be the message sent. Hope you found the tutorial useful. If you've made it to the end, please click subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're not, perhaps go to YouTube and click subscribe. No need. And thank you very much.